I'm Carol Erickson with Dr. Lori Verderame, art historian. We're in a castle and we're talking about Prince, but not Prince William.
No, not Prince William or Harry. We're talking about Prince. All different types of prints, etchings, engravings, dry points, aquatints, right here at Fonthill Castle.
All you want to know about Prince, coming right up. Dr. Lori, we are joined today by Henry Mercer.
We are.
And what a man he was.
Yes.
And we're in his castle now.
We're in his castle, and the concrete castle here. They do castle tours. If you want to come take a tour, you can go to the tower.
Here in Doylestown,
Pennsylvania. You can see many of his collections, as well as really the breadth and scope of what he did to preserve a particular snapshot in time.
Okay. And he had a problem that so many people are finding nowadays. He collected so much, and then he realized in his 50s, I don't have anybody to leave all this stuff to.
This is a typical problem that lots of people come up against with respect to their collections. So there are a couple of things that you can do to prepare. And one of them is one of the things that Henry Chapman Mercer did oftentimes, which is an inventory, right? And an ability to understand what you have and how it would be of historic, monetary, or other sentimental value to others.
Oil paintings. You go to an antique store and you see oil paintings. There was one of Henry Mercer, of himself.
Portraits.
Right, portraits. If you find one of those in an antique store, are they valuable or just as somebody you might not even know?
Okay, generally, you're saying, okay, I don't know this person, so it can't be valuable to me, right? Portraits were very, very popular in particular time periods, right? So in art history, you want to think about if you have a portrait from the great age of portraiture, right, which would be the early part of the 1800s, it may be more valuable than the late 1800s when landscapes were in vogue. So it's going to depend on when that portrait is made and, of course, who that portrait is. A portrait of course, Henry Chapman Mercer in Doylestown is going to be worth more than that portrait if it were in, I don't know, Indiana.
Okay, so you just kind of case by case. If you see
case by case, based on period, it will matter who painted it. It will matter the execution. That means how good is it painted, right? So you want to think about those types of things when you're looking at portraits. Don't just say all portraits are not valuable.
Or all portraits are valuable.
That's right.
Okay.
You don't say that either.
Right.
So we don't want to be too general in it. But in this environment, of course, a portrait of Henry Chapman Mercer here at the Mercer Museum is going to be valuable here.
Okay.
Okay.
Another thing that he collected thousands of, 10,000s of at least probably, are prints.
Yes.
Okay,
prints.
I look at a print because I don't know anything. And I look at it and I go, well, there must be a whole bunch more of these, so it can't be worth anything.
Okay, that's a very good point. Prints are reproductions of something. So anytime you think of a print, think that there are multiples. That is the virtue of a print. But the point with respect to prints is if they are in good condition, that means we don't want any tanning or acid burning. That means if you see that brown haze over your print, probably not worth as much as the one that is a clear, clean pull, which means it comes off of the actual plate, right, that metal plate, cleanly, and it hasn't been allowed to get to the environment, water damage, all of those things, or acid burned with cardboard. If you have cardboard on the back of your print, you want to get rid of that.
Oh, okay.
So you want to think about those types of things. So prints, yes, because there are multiples, people say prints are not valuable, which is not true. For example, a Picasso print sold for nearly $250,000, and it's a multiple of others. But again, it was Picasso's, it's a particular print, it's called the Frugal Repast, very important.
And had it been oil, it probably would have been 200 million.
That's right, because when it's an oil, it's an original. There's only one of them.
Right.
There are not multiples.
Okay.
But don't just discount prints because of the virtue of them being prints. And remember, print is an umbrella term, right? There are many different types of prints.
Is a black and white print more valuable than a print with color?
No. Remember, it all goes by many different factors. It's not just one clear answer, which is why we do multiple segments here on Value This with Dr. Lori. Because again, there's lots of information that we have to get out about different things. And we love our antiques and we love our collectibles and we want to learn more about our art.
All right, so don't just walk by a print like I might be tempted thinking, there are 5,000 of these someplace else.
Right. But we can look at some of the prints in this room and we can see that they sometimes document famous places, historic places. Some of them are in fantastic condition for their time period and some of them are not, and they're still valuable in the sense that they provide us with some historical background and information.
Great, and that is so key to so many of the objects, but first and foremost, you gotta love what you've got.
That's right. You've got to love what you've got, but you've got to try to get quality if you can.
Absolutely. Dr. Lori, where on your website can people find out more about this?
You can learn about how to identify prints. You can learn about how to decode all of the different numbers and signatures and information on prints at drloriv.com. And if you're in the Doylestown, Pennsylvania area, you can, of course, come and see the print collection here at Fonthill Castle.
And a lot more than that. This place is unbelievable. This entire 40-some-odd room castle made completely out of concrete. It's unreal. So check out Fonthill Castle. And thanks for checking out this segment, Dr. Lori V. You're absolutely the best, and we'll see you next time.